Alright, we're going to be taking out the Honda Grom. We're going to talk about the ECU Flash that I did on it a couple months back. I've put several hundred miles on it since I did the Flash. We'll take a quick little ride. We'll find a spot that we could pull over and talk about it a little bit. And I'll go over some of the thoughts that I have about the ECU Flash on the Honda Grom. That this is a small displacement engine. The ECU Flash is only going to give you so much. So if you're thinking that you're going to get a whole lot of power on a 125cc engine, relax, it's not happening. You're looking for a little bit more oomph, then go right ahead and flash it. That's what it's really meant for. These little bikes, you're only going to get so much. But I still wanted to do a video on it because I do get people always asking, is the Flash worth it? And in my opinion, the Flash is 100% worth it. Tons of Honda Grom videos out there. I'm no Honda Grom expert. You can go on YouTube. I mean, you're gonna get some guys that really know what they're talking about. Only talking about my experience with my Honda Grom and the ECU Flash that I use by DH Motoring. So that's it. I'm not claiming that I'm no expert. I don't want anybody to be like, who the hell does this guy think he is? I'm just talking about my experience with my bike. I'm 5'8", 230 pounds, so I'm a big dude to be on this little thing. So my expectations were very low as far as what I was gonna get out of it. Now this thing stock, when I initially got it, I can get it up to 60 miles per hour. That's it. I couldn't get it past that. I did the exhaust and the intake tube on this thing. I have a video somewhere down there. I can link it somewhere so you guys could look at it. And at that point, I did get this thing up to 65 miles per hour with no Flash. I still went ahead, took out the ECU. I sent it out to DH Motoring. I wanted to see what more I would get out of it. And pretty much I got it up to 67 miles per hour. If I had more road, I think I could get it up to 70. But again, keep in mind, I'm 230 pounds and I'm 5'8". Now, once I did flash it, this thing came to life. Everything feels like it runs a lot smoother, quicker, it responds faster. I mean, it just feels great. The overall expense to have it flash was definitely worth it. As far as exhaust, I didn't buy the one from Amazon. I kind of went with another brand. I have a video on that too. I felt like for a smaller displacement bike, I probably wanted to put a decent exhaust. Not the most expensive, but not the cheapest one on the market. And I think I got a nice little tone out of it. I think the exhaust that I put on this thing makes the bike sound really good. I'm happy with it. I'm not knocking the cheaper ones because, hey, if that's what you could afford, that's what you could afford. Sound decent too. I just wanted a different tone. I didn't want to sound like everybody else. So that's why I went with the exhaust that I did go with. Hop off right here and we'll talk about the Honda Grom a little bit. DH Motoring is the website I use to have my ECU Flash. I took the ECU out, I shipped it to them, they did their magic and they shipped it back to me. All I had to do was install it. Keep in mind that when you do put the ECU back on, the check engine light might be on. What I did was I rode it around the block real quick and shut it down, restarted it, and the check engine light was gone. Before I put about 200 miles on that Flash, no issues, everything runs smooth. All I did was the intake tube and the exhaust, so it cost me $159. You can choose intake only, exhaust only, stage 1, intake and exhaust. That's the one that I did. Did I need a new ECU? No, because I had mine, but if you don't have one, you can buy one from them, add it to the cart. Here at the bottom of the listing, it'll let you know like what the ECU Flash will do to the bike. It's something that you can read up on if you kind of like on the fence. Fuel mapping, ignition timing, SOI, kind of tell you what the stages are. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, it breaks it down for you. Never promote anything that I think is junk. This is not a sponsored video. I am not making any money by no means from DH Motoring. It's just my personal experience. I think it's a go. If you have a Honda Grom and you haven't had a Flash, go ahead and do it. Once you do some mods, well worth it. It wakes the little thing up. See you guys on the next video. Bike life.